Okay, so today my lesson is going to be on kitchen safety and sanitation. We're going to be learning about what to do and what not to do in the kitchen by a PowerPoint I made. The first thing we're going to do is the bell ringer. And the bell ringer, like you normally do every day, you're going to put it in your binder. Just set it aside, and we're going to go over it in the class. That's not what I want anymore. Did y'all get enough? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just read the instructions aloud, and then when I say go, you're going to go. Okay, so there's a number on your table, and there is the same number in the kitchen. So whatever number you are on your table is what kitchen you go to. And you're going to decide what's wrong with the picture. Okay, so here's the direction. Your table will go to your numbered kitchen and decide what's wrong with the picture. Write down your answers on this sheet and why you think those specific things are wrong. And make sure that you write why you think they're wrong, because at the end, I'm just going to call on a few of you in your group to see what you put. Okay? So once you've completed the assignment, place your bell ringer section in the binder. You don't have to do that. Just set it aside and we'll go over it at the end. Okay? Do you have any questions? Yeah. No, you just do your specific kitchen. There's 5 blanks, but there's 5, if not more, wrong with your kitchen. So you only have to put 5. Okay?
We would like to put more than 5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Yeah. So I'll give y'all 10 minutes, okay? All right, y'all go ahead and go to your kitchen. Make sure you put why you think it's wrong.
Okay, the first one is the electrical.
No, the oven is just the oven door, or it can be on. You can put both. And the dishes represent the dirty dishes. So, our dishes is okay, I'm gonna ask you this. Y'all can work together too. And I'll tell you that okay, so now I'm going to do it.
I guess you
No, that's there. Yeah, okay. No. The pot, I told you. But think about why. So what do you have to do? Your eyes. But what if it's broken and then it happens to and then the other is the first pan pile. It's hey, my guys are staying on. No, it's not on. It isn't on. My voice. Yeah. Yeah, if you're done, you may have a seat. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to give y'all about 1 more minute to finish, and if you don't, it's okay, we're going to go over it. Oh, that's okay. That's perfect. You're welcome. Okay, how was that? Was that fun? Okay, so now we're just going to go over this PowerPoint, and it kind of explains the kitchen safety and sanitation. So the worksheet I just gave you guys, with each slide, there's a question, so you can just fill in the blank as we go. And I'll take these up at the end of class just to give you a participation there, okay? All right, so let's get started. Okay. Okay, no problem. That's okay. Okay. Okay, so the pretest. Can y'all see? Okay, so true or false? You should use water to put out a grease fire.
False.
Hey, okay, for true, put your thumbs up. For false, put your thumbs down. Okay, good job. Never use water to put out a grease fire because it spreads. You can use like flour or anything like that, but never use water.
No.
That's not really safe either, but sure. Okay, so you must always use a pot holder, not a towel, to take things out of the oven. True or false? True? Raise your thumb. False. Okay, the answer is true. You need to use a pot holder and to take out things out of the stove, not a towel. They're made for that specific reason. Okay, so it's okay to touch outlets with wet hands. True? Thumbs up or false? Definitely false. Never touch an outlet with wet hands. If your plug-in has been sitting in water, don't touch it. Get away from it. And then seek authority. Okay, so it's important to use a very sharp knife when cutting fruits and vegetables. True? It's kind of tricky. Or false? It is true because when your knife is slicing, you're using the appropriate way to cut things. If you're using a dull knife, you're constantly having to saw at the fruit or vegetable, and you're more likely to get hurt that way because you're not cutting right. Okay? You can always tell if a food is safe to eat by how it looks and smells. True or false? Okay, it's false. You can't always tell if it's bad because there's a way the bacteria gets to food without it showing. Okay? Alright, so now we're going to watch a video real fast. It's like a 5-minute video. Won't be near as long. It's pretty funny. So, y'all just pay attention. So I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to list all of the hazards that you've seen in the video on your piece of paper. So yeah, y'all just do that. Okay, what was some things wrong with the video? Okay.
There was a mess on the floor.
There was a mess on the floor, and she slipped and fell, right? Okay.
She touched the shoes, and the other girl touched her hair, and they didn't wash their hair.
Yes, very unsanitary. That's right.
She had that handle facing forward.
No, you should run it. Maybe.
Okay.
She had plastic.
The aluminum foil? Yeah, that was not good. Never put aluminum foil in the microwave. Never put any metal in the microwave. Unless you want an explosion. Okay.
She was tasting some of the liquids that she was using
Yeah.
to cook in.
Yes, that is not good either. Make sure to always be sanitary in the kitchen. Not necessarily in your own home, but it's good to start learning that. In the real world, you have to wear gloves in the kitchen. So, yeah. Okay.
She wore her hair.
Yes. Girls, if you have hair longer than your shoulders, it should always be put back in a ponytail. That's very unsanitary too. Okay? Yes, that's right. So anytime you get cut, you need to put a Band-Aid on it. And if it's worse than putting a Band-Aid on it, you need to find somebody of a higher power and try to get help. Okay?
She bumped into the side of the
Yep. Because why?
Because it was turned outwards.
Right. So your pots and pans, like you've seen in your kitchen, they were turned out for a reason. Anything with a handle on it should always be turned in, because of that specific reason. Somebody can bump into it and the pot fall. And most of the time in a pot you have boiling water, and that would not be good. Okay, so very good. So for fires, how to prevent kitchen fires. Stay in the kitchen always. Never leave food or your kitchen unattended. That leads to disaster, and we don't want that. So watch your clothing. Anything like this, what I have on, is not good to have in the kitchen. It's very easy to catch fire. Anytime you're in the kitchen, try to wear tight-fitting clothes and short sleeves if at all possible. Keep your stove and oven clean. Anything on the stove can catch on fire. So make sure that when you go in there, you wipe it off before you even start to make sure that it is clean. And be prepared to put out a fire. So there's appropriate precautions that you have to take if there is a fire. And yeah. Okay. So burns. Like I said, you need to turn pot handles in. Never leave them facing out because somebody can bump into them. Okay, so always use pot holders to handle hot things. Don't use a towel. And I know that's kind of a misconception sometimes, and people think, oh, a towel's okay. But no, they make pot holders for a reason, and that's the reason. So remove lids carefully so steam goes away from you. So when you're removing a lid, do it to the side so it goes to the side. Never open it in front of you. So steam's just as hot as boiling water sometimes. So you need to make sure that you do that. Allow your food to cool before touching it. Of course, we all know that. That's kind of common sense. So, and always use appropriate utensils. To prevent cuts, use a cutting board. Cut correctly and make sure it's the right knife for the job. So like I said earlier, you never want to use a dull knife when cutting fruits or vegetables. There's specific knives for specific things. So, yeah, you just want to make sure that you're using the right knife. Don't try to catch a knife. If it falls, just let it fall and try to get out of the way so it don't hit your foot or something, but never try to catch it. That's very dangerous. And keep your eyes on your cutters. Electric shock. Water and electricity don't mix. Pay attention to what the appliance tells you. You know, on hair dryers, especially you girls, they have that warning tag. If it falls in the bathtub, don't try to get it. Don't try to get it out. Do not stick fingers or other objects in outlets. And bacteria. How to prevent the spread of bacteria. Keep work surfaces clean and dry. Like I said, when you go into a kitchen, make sure it's completely clean before you get out of the kitchen. And then when you're done, make sure you clean it once again. And keep dish rags and sponges clean because this is a sanitary purpose. And make sure that you wash your hands. And actually, you need to wash your hands before you start cooking and after and during. And so just always wash your hands. So, here's some cases, and if you know the answer, you can raise your hand. Bianca is making a pizza for dinner. The timer goes off. Bianca grabs a kitchen towel to remove pizza from the oven. What's wrong? Okay.
You're supposed to use the hot holders instead of towels.
Good job. Nick loves a toasted bagel with cream cheese for breakfast. He likes to let it cool a little before using a fork to take it out of the toaster. What's wrong?
You can't use forks to take some out of the toaster.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
I learned that on the little video.
Video game.
It's like going to Sanitation, sticking the fork in the toaster.
Yeah, that's not good. You might get shot. Okay. Emily wants to add some sliced onion to the salad she's making. She holds the onion in her hand and slices towards her to cut the onion. What's wrong? Okay.
She needed to put it on a candle. Once you cut it.
And there's something else.
She doesn't need to cut it.
Exactly. Always cut away. The main thing, you can put it on a cutting board and that solves the whole issue. And just slice it appropriately. Never cut something towards you. Travis is boiling water to make mac and cheese. He keeps the handle of the pan facing the front of the stove, hanging off the edge so it'll be easy to take off when the noodles are done. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, and last one. Amanda's making hamburgers. She just got done making the raw burger patties with her hands and then started putting cheese on the buns without washing her hands. Okay. Did you want to answer? Okay. Good.
You can get like food poisoning if you touch it before cooking it.
You can. Especially with raw meat, you always want to wash your hands after. Because they have bacteria in them, and then when you cook them, it cooks out. And there's something else. Yeah, exactly. Okay, good job. Okay, so hand washing. You need to wash your hands before you handle food, eat meals, and feed children. Not many people know when you go to hold a baby and you want to feed it that you need to wash your hands. You need to wash your hands always. It's just sanitary if you do that. I'll leave that up there so I can write it. Am I going too fast? Y'all good? Okay.
I haven't written anything.
Oh, okay. We'll go back over it. It's okay. It's okay. Y'all good?
We go back to, it says always use blank utensils. What
Appropriate. Okay. So, wash your hands after you prepare your food, touch raw food, touch eggs, switch jobs in the kitchen, touch garbage or dirty dishes, touch your face, body, or hair, cough or sneeze, touch a cut or a sore, and use the restroom. And this is how to wash your hands. So you want to wet your hands and then put soap on. So if you didn't know that the soap is activated when you wet your hands. So you have to wet your hands first and then put soap on so it activates the soap so you can get your hands clean. And then you wash for 20 seconds. Some people say if you say the alphabet twice, then you're good to go. And then you rinse and dry and turn off the water with a paper towel. So when you dry your hands, you dry them. And if you want to open the door with a paper towel, that's good too. I always do that. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so we're going to go back over the sheet so I know that y'all got the right answers. And if you didn't get them, here's the time to write them down. So you should always use water to put out a grease fire. Yeah, y'all can answer. Good job. You must always use a pot holder, not a towel, to take things out of the oven. Good job. It's okay to touch outlets with wet hands.
False.
It is important to use a very sharp knife when cutting fruits and vegetables.
True.
You can always tell if a food is safe to eat by how it looks and smells. Okay, so, and we said the many hazards that you can have. Who wants to name some? Do it. Good job. Good job. Mm-hmm. We're in the what? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, fill in the blank. You need to watch your. Okay. Keep blank clean. Uh-huh. Watch your clothing. Keep stuff and others. Okay. Number 9. Always use blank to handle blank things. Good job. Number 10. Remove lids blank so steam goes blank from you. Good job. Always use blank utensils. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fine. What do you need to do? Always use pot holders to handle hot things. Number 10, remove lids carefully so steam goes away. Okay. What number was I on? 11? Okay. Always use blank utensils. Okay. Never use a blank knife. Okay. Do not blank or blank in outlets.
Stick fingers or other objects.
Okay. Keep work surfaces blank.
Clean and dry.
Okay. And wash hands before you blank, blank, and blank.
Handle food, eating meals, and feeding children.
Good job, y'all. Okay. So now we're just going to go over the bell ringer. And I'll call on somebody from the group if you would like to speak. And you just say what was wrong in your kitchen and why you thought that. So anybody want to volunteer to go first? Yeah.
Under the sink, the cabinet was open and nothing happened.
That is correct. And also about the sink, there's normally cleaning supplies and stuff under there. And those fumes getting out is not good either. So we always want to make sure that we close the kitchen doors. That's the safest thing. Yeah.
The electrical cord was left in the sink,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a safety hazard because it can't get electrocuted.
That is very correct. Good job. Okay. You want to go ahead?
Oh yeah. Oven was on and
Mm-hmm. So the oven, I opened it to represent it being on or open. So say somebody is washing dishes at the sink or they're draining noodles or something, and they want to turn around and go back to the stove. Well, if the stove door is open, they could trip and spill things, hurt themselves. If it's on, they'll definitely hurt themselves. So always make sure that the stove is closed, unless you're putting something in or taking something. Yeah. That is correct. And also, there wasn't a lid on some of here, and if you have something cooking in those, you need to make sure that you cover them up. Okay. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
There were dirty dishes left and it could get like germs.
That is very correct. So when you use the dishes in the kitchen, you need to make sure that you wash them, and then dry them and put them in the correct spot. Anybody else want to say anything that was wrong? I think that was pretty much it in the kitchen. Hey, yes, ma'am. Okay.
Unorganized too.
Oh, that's true too, but I don't think I meant for that to happen. That was kind of like in there. She said unorganized silverware. But it is good to always know where your silverware is and what spot it goes to. But, good job, y'all. And that's all I have. So, if you want, just hand me your kitchen safety sheet and put your bell ringer in for today's bell ringer in your mouth. Make sure your name is on the sheet. What's your name? March 1st. Did I get almost? Okay. Guys,